All right, welcome. Today we are diving into something so many of us have felt, and I mean really felt. It's that communication gap. You know that frustrating, sometimes totally heartbreaking barrier that language can put up between us and the people we love most. Just stop and think about that for a second. What if that wall just disappeared? What if you could finally understand all of your grandmother's stories or get your friends' jokes from halfway across the world instantly? I mean, what would that actually change for you? And look, this isn't just some nice idea. For one user, a guy named Brian, this became his reality. And this quote, wow, it just perfectly captures that feeling, right? Witnessing a connection that you genuinely thought was impossible. So let's talk about the problem itself. This universal language barrier. Because it's not really a technical thing, is it? It's a human thing. It's about the jokes that don't land, the advice that gets misunderstood, or just those awkward silent moments on a video call that should be full of life. We've all been there, or we know someone who has. It's that grandpa who desperately wants to talk to their grandchild, or that friend you're trying to stay close with, but your texts feel so clunky because you're both fumbling with some translation tool. It's in these little moments that connections can start to fade. So how in the world do you fix a problem that huge? Well, the answer sounds like it's been pulled straight out of science fiction. In fact, the source material for this explainer literally calls it a Star Trek solution. And here it is, FlaiChat. It's a free messaging app that does something that feels like actual magic. It translates your chats instantly and automatically. No more copying, no more pasting. It's designed to be that universal translator we've all seen in the movies, but it's real, and it's right in your pocket. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this magic trick actually work? You might think it's got to be super complicated, but its biggest strength is just how simple it is. Getting started is unbelievably fast. Okay, step one, the quick start. And this is a huge deal. You don't need to give it your email or your phone number. Step two, you just create a chat room and share a simple link. And step three, well, that's it. You're done. You just start typing and the translation is already happening. Think about what that feels like. A message comes in and boom, it just appeared in your language. You type back in yours and they see it in theirs. There's no button you have to press, no setting you have to turn on. It just works. But wait, it gets even crazier. The app has this feature, they call it AI voice cloning. You give it a little sample of your voice, and from then on, when you send a message, the other person can hear it spoken in a voice that sounds like you. So it's not just your words crossing the divide anymore, it's your voice too. It's pretty wild. The tech is fascinating, for sure. But what truly, truly matters is what it makes possible. This isn't really about code, it's about connection. So let's look at the impact it's having on real families. First off, the app supports over 40 languages. And get this, we're not just talking about the big ones. It also understands hybrid languages, like Spanglish or Hinglish, which is how so many of us actually talk in real life. It just shows a real understanding of how people communicate. This quote from a user named Antoinette, it just nails it. Her kids speak English, her relatives speak Spanish, and now they can just talk. They can have real, flowing conversations. That's the kind of generational bridge so many families are looking for. But Antoinette's story also brings up another key point, and it's a really important one. She mentions that since you don't need a phone number to get started, she has peace of mind. She doesn't have to worry about strangers contacting her kids. It's connection, but with privacy and safety built right in. And let's circle back to Brian from the beginning of our story. For him, it wasn't just about one relationship. Suddenly, his English-speaking mom could chat with his Spanish-speaking mother-in-law. He could finally talk to his brother-in-law. It's amazing. A single app reconnected his entire family's communication network. Okay, so you've seen the what and you've heard the why. Let's really quickly tackle some of those practical questions that are probably popping into your head right now. So what really sets it apart from other apps? It all comes down to privacy. You know how most apps make you sign up with an email or a phone number? Well, FlaiChat's different. You can start a chat with just a link. No account needed. You can just jump right in. Let's do a quick lightning round of key facts. Is it free? Yep. Do you need to have Google Translate or some other app running? Nope, it's all built in. Is your data secure? The source says it's encrypted. And can you use it on, say, your phone and your tablet? Yes, you have the option to link an Apple or Google account to recover your chats if you want to. So we'll end with this. We've talked about the tech, we've heard the stories, but let's bring it back to you. If this barrier, this language barrier, was just gone for you right now, who would be the first person you would reach out to? What's the first conversation you would finally have? It's a pretty powerful thing to think about.